Hello and welcome to the Dokapon Library, your one-stop shop for deciphering the hieroglyphics that are known as patch notes, but this time in an entirely different language. Back in August, Sting announced that Dokapon Sword of Fury would receive a 1.0.2 update, focusing on various bug fixes. It was set to release sometime in September, but the update took a little longer than anticipated. As of October 4th, the game has been updated from version 1.0.1 to 1.0.2. And along with that update are some patch notes listing the various changes. Starting things off, the speed up feature was originally pretty limited in where it could be used, so the update tweaked it for offline mode to make it able to be used basically everywhere. This does create an unintended side effect where any action that requires the use of the Y button will automatically be sped up since they're both bound to the same button, but otherwise this fix helps speed the game up tremendously. Next, online matches were updated to remove the need to press the ready button when joining a room. Now each player will simply ready up automatically. And last on the list, a whole bunch of bug fixes were made, 11 in total, so let's go through each and every one of them. There was a bug with Gametsu the Merchant where the text color of items would not update to red when the player purchased other items and no longer had enough funds. This was fixed in 1.0.2 so that they now update to red instead of staying as white. After winning against another player in battle and confirming what to do to the other player, there were a couple of options that would let you continue to move the cursor even after the confirmation. This would be possible when choosing either the money or status options, and in the case of money, weird things would happen to the text box. This was fixed to no longer be possible in the 1.0.2 update. There were a couple of bugs related to the name change option as well, such as one that would occasionally prevent you from changing the other player's name, or another one where unnecessary spaces would appear in the text box when renaming a CPU. Next up, the game would freeze under very specific conditions concerning the Sky Castle's casino. The Sky Castle is the Chapter 6 dungeon in Dokapon Sword of Fury, and a part of that dungeon is a special casino where you can freely pick to play any of the card minigames. What also makes this casino unique from the rest is that for the shuffle minigame, you now have the option to bet your life. And for some reason, losing at the shuffle minigame when betting your life, while in last place, and with the Deviler Man bat active, that will cause the game to freeze on this black screen. Very specific conditions, but 1.0.2 fixes it so that it no longer freezes. There was an unintended effect that could happen when getting a treasure appraised at an item shop. If you press no after paying for the appraisement, the treasure will remain not appraised, and you'll have just lost your money. This now functions properly and gives you the appraised treasure even when selecting no to hearing the details. A couple of sound files were not correctly attributed in the remaster. For vaults, there would be no voice line played when using attack against an enemy. Take a listen. The update fixes this so that his voice line now plays properly. The same mistake happened with Scop. Whenever he used his battle skill, no associated voice line would play. Take a listen. And here's how it sounds in the 1.0.2 update. The next issue fixed was that the graphic for the Bloodstained Shield, when transformed into a Deviler Man, was accidentally showing as the Demon Shield. In the PlayStation version, the Bloodstained Shield was a piece of equipment that the Deviler Man had, but it was not held visually by the Deviler Man. In fact, the only way to see the shield's design was to steal it from a Deviler Man. So in the remastered version, Sting decided to make the shield visible when transformed. However, they unfortunately mixed up the graphics and displayed the Demon Shield instead of the Bloodstained Shield. And in 1.0.2, this was fixed to display the correct shield. And finally, a couple of bugs related to online matchmaking were fixed. One where if the host disconnects via sleep mode when switching to the order selection screen, there would be a bug that would make it impossible to proceed when the host joins back in. And another where it would be impossible to progress if, during the switch to the order selection screen, another player is either in the secret sauce menu or is readying up. And that's it for the patch notes, or at least everything that I can extract from them. These patch notes are only available in Japanese, and there aren't any other sources that provide translations, so I apologize if there are any inaccuracies with my approximations. If you want to give this patch a try for yourself, the game is available on the Japanese Nintendo eShop and can be reliably obtained physically from PlayAsia. Thank you for joining me on this Dokapon News update, and I'll see you later for some more Dokapon content.